Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do a full face of makeup and some new makeup as well. And you guys requested that I combine these two palettes and create an eye look. So I'm all about giving you guys what you asked for. So let's go ahead and get into it. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I love indie makeup, and when I first started watching YouTube, I had the hardest time finding swatches and reviews for people with my skin tone, so I decided to take matters into my own hands and start up a YouTube channel. So if that sounds interesting to you, highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, also, like I said, today we're going to combine the two new Bella Beaute bar palettes. I already posted my first impressions video on these and created two different eye looks with each palette, but I wanted to create some more, and I thought the suggestion of combining these was an awesome idea, so that's what I'm going to focus on today. I also went to Sephora, which doesn't happen very often because I am a mom of two. I hardly ever get time to go to the mall and just like go to Sephora. But I was able to stop in, and I've actually ordered both of these products online, but the mail has been like epically slow, and so I decided to grab them in store. And the first thing I grabbed was this Laura Mercier foundation. I have had good luck with Laura Mercier in the past, and so I was curious about this one. And online I ordered the cool tone shade, but in store my Sephora had pretty much every shade in stock, so I decided to get the shade Suntan, which I think I remember being the shade I wore from a previous Laura Mercier foundation that I liked. So I grabbed the new Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation. I guess this isn't technically new. I think it came out last year, but it kind of went viral because of this creator who she's been in some hot water, so I don't even know how much like energy I want to give her, but I want to try this foundation. I've realized that I actually need to get some new foundations. Some of my foundations that are like favorite holy grails are aging, and I'm kind of sad about it. One, I realized that I think I need to probably actually just throw away are these Huda stick foundations. I love a stick foundation. I think it's so convenient, but the other day I was wearing this and I'm like, gosh, my face just looks so greasy. I bet these are just so old. So I've been trying to use up my winter shade, and I feel like I had made so much progress I didn't even realize it. So it's almost done, but I'm like, why am I torturing myself by using old foundations? Like, yes, I want to use them up, but it is what it is. This one, I have a lot more product, but I just feel like it's so greasy looking. And so I just wanted to let you guys know in this video, because I've been talking about trying to use these up, that I think I'm actually going to declutter them. Great foundation. I just think I've had them for so long. So I was like, you know what? It's time to get some new foundations to try. And this one's been so hyped, so I wanted to try it. So on the Sephora website, it says this is a weightless foundation that blurs the line between makeup and skin with medium buildable coverage, waterproof wear, and up to 12 hours of fade proof wear. It's a medium coverage, natural finish liquid foundation. Now, I was trying to figure out how to apply it, if I should use a sponge or if I should use a brush. So I decided I have both, so we'll see. But I think I'm going to try a brush, because when something is very liquidy, I like to use a brush because I feel like it's easier to kind of spread out. So I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm using a Real Techniques brush, and I'm just gonna pounce this all over my face. I do have the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer on because I usually wear that primer every time I do my makeup. So there it is. Definitely has a glow to it, but I think I did a good job with the shade. I think this would be too light for me in the summer, but since it's winter still, I think that this is gonna work for me. Pretty glowy, but I'm interested to see if it'll dry down. So I can still see like my skin, but it definitely gives it a perfected look. So here's the part of my face without any foundation, just the primer, and then this is the side with the foundation. So definitely not like full coverage by any means, but you know, maybe we can build it up, we'll see. But so far, it's a little bit glowier than what I like, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll give it a chance. I'm okay with just using foundations that have the type of coverage I like and not buying new ones. Like, I used the Makeup Forever one yesterday and I'm like, oh, this foundation is so good. It's like, why look for new things if you have something you love? But I just happened to be at Sephora and I was like, let me check if they have it in store. And so I grabbed it. I feel like it still looks pretty freaking glowy. Oh my goodness. Me and glowy foundations. We used to be best friends, but I don't know. I'm just like not into feeling super dewy these days. I feel like I'm always in a hurry when I film, but my babysitter's here today. So I'm just gonna take my time and enjoy the process. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. Got some coverage going for me. Definitely not full coverage, but there it is. Next product I picked up is actually new. This is the new Fenty Beauty Wear Even Hydrating Longwear Waterproof Concealer. And I got mine in the shade 370N, which is the shade I usually wear in her foundations. So this is a 12-hour hydrating longwear concealer that comes in a wide range of medium coverage shades with a natural second skin finish. This concealer melts into skin, quickly and visibly evening, brightening, and hiding dark circles and puffiness for up to 12 hours. The extreme longwear formula resists creasing, fading, sweat, and humidity, and won't settle into fine lines or accentuate skin texture. Plus, it's transfer and waterproof. So both of these things claim to be waterproof. What do you guys think? I want to know. What do you guys think of the claim of being crease proof? I feel like technically, if you have creasing under your eyes, like, can it actually be crease proof? Because a concealer can't make your creases go away. So I always wonder about that, because for me, I don't have a ton of creasing yet under my eyes, but I never really look for the crease proof factor in my concealers. I'm sure that'll change eventually, but is that really a thing? I want to know, because one of my friends that's a makeup artist in Sri Lanka, I saw her story the other day and she had said, like, stop asking for crease proof concealer. You have creases in your under eyes, so you're gonna have creases. Like, there's no way to get rid of it. And I was like, I mean, I get what they're saying. So I was curious to ask. Okay, this is like hella sealed, so I'm just gonna open it on the underside. It has very interesting packaging. It kind of looks very like coffin-esque, I guess. But this is the shade. I am hoping it's not too dark. Oh, it's definitely a warm shade. I'm gonna put on, let's do one side and see what we think. So I was using the Singe concealer brush, but I think I'm gonna use the sponge to blend this. I'm sure you guys have already heard from everyone, but the Singe Face Collection, such a hit. Oh my gosh. The sponge is so soft. Okay, here we go. I feel like I didn't even really have to do anything to blend it. Okay. So this is the side with the concealer. This is the side without the concealer. I hardly blended it, so that was nice. Feels pretty effortless. Let's go ahead and add some on this side. Well, it really like melted into the skin quite effortlessly. I'm just blending the foundation and concealer in with my sponge, just giving it a little pouncy pounce. So yeah, it looks good. Still quite glowy, but I think it's a little less glowy than it was when we started off. And I have a powder. This is by no means new, but I love this Lunar Beauty powder. I think that Manny did such a good job with it. I'm not a big powder girl. I have pretty dry skin, but I think this is a great powder. And his little poof in it is really nice too. So I just like to plop a little bit of powder on my under eyes, because if there's any fallout and I don't put some powder underneath my eyes, the eyeshadow sticks to it. So I have been trying to get better about powdering my face a little bit. And I think it's just like a really nice, soft, matte look with this powder. So if you have dry skin and you want a powder recommendation, I honestly will recommend this Lunar Beauty powder to you guys. So I'm just taking my Singe Beauty brush and I'm just blending the powder into my under eyes and stuff. Okay, so foundation is done, concealer is done, eyes are primed and ready for some eyeshadow. So let's go ahead and dive into these. So kind of have an idea of what I'm gonna do. We'll see if I can pull it off. So I'm gonna start off with Deandra's palette. I was talking to her on Instagram and she was low-key roasting me for, you know, being a little blind. And I was like, girl, listen, I'm sorry, I'm the problem. I know. So, okay, she did tell me the shade name is Balance. It is Balance. I was struggling. Okay, so I'm gonna take Balance and we're gonna put that on the outer corner. I just really wanted to reach for this beautiful dark purple in this palette. So you guys will have to let me know, what are your thoughts? Are you gonna get both of these palettes? Are you leaning towards one? I feel like people have been asking me and I'm like, oh my gosh, why are you asking me to pick between my favorite children? I will say that Deandra's palette leans purple, so if you're a purple fan, this is the one to go for. But you guys, Dead Roses caught me off guard. It really did, because it has some really cool shades. Let's see how this one holds up for the Dead Roses palette, because it also looks like a dark purple. So let's just plop it on top of Deandra's purple. Really want an intense outer corner. Look at how like buttery. Okay, next let's try, I kind of want to do like a red purple, so I'm gonna go into this one called Single AF. I think I used this in my video that I did with my first impressions. So I'm just using that right on the edge of the purple to blend in. I missed my little Unearthly brush. It's been a hot second since we used it. Okay, cool. Okay, so now I'm gonna take a blending brush. Ooh, let's use one of my Sonia G brushes, and I'm gonna go into this shade called Meh. Oh, I love that. It's like one of my favorite things to say. I wanted a really kind of contrasty color combo. I don't know what's going on upstairs, you guys, but kids are playing. Okay, love how that's turning out. Now we need to figure out which sparkly shade. Maybe Be My Ex. Oh no, wait, I've been dying to use this shade called Bite Me. Oh my god. Yeah, let's use Bite Me. Let's do it. Okay, so I said in my first impressions video, this is how I always use shimmers. I have dry, like, eyelids, I guess. So I don't really need to use, like, anything to help stuff stick. I can usually just wet it and glide it on. So I'm putting Bite Me on the outer half of the lid. Oh god, I knew this shade was gonna be stunning. It has like a red green flip to it, so I feel like it's the perfect shade to add to a palette called Dead Roses. Kind of catches you by surprise, honestly. So I'm just using my little brush to blend. Oh my gosh. Okay, I want to use a lighter color on the inner corner. Let's see if Deandra's got one for me. Okay, let's use the shade called Spiritual. It's like a pretty purple. I think that might add a little bit of lightness to my eye. So I'm just picking it up on the same brush. I just cleaned it off a bit on my switch. Ooh. Funsies. So I'm just adding it to like the inner 1/3 of my eye and just blending it a little bit. Ooh, that is so cute. Really, really like how it's looking. Okay, so this part of the eye is done. Now I want to focus on the lower lash line. Of course, I have to grab my favorite beauty brush. And I want to do something light. So again, I'm going to pick up this shade called Peace. I think I used that on my under eyes yesterday as well when I filmed my first impressions. And I'm just going to run that all the way through. I'm going to mix actually Serenity and Peace. I feel like since my eye look is so dramatic up here, I want to kind of create a little bit more of a soft look on the under eyes. Okay, let's go back into Dead Roses. I think there's a pink in here. Yeah, let's use a little bit of this too, just to lighten it up. Okay, and I'm gonna take a Sigma pencil brush and I'm gonna go into this shade right here, the bright pink, and I'm just gonna run that kind of from the outer corner towards the middle. Cool. Okay, I like how this is turning out. And then let's use this hot pink shade in the inner corner. So picking it up on this pencil brush, giving it a nice spray because it feels very flaky. It's that pretty like pink blue metallic. Okay, I think Leandra had something similar. This one. And I'm just gonna put that right next to it. Hers is more a pinky blue. And Dead Roses has a purpley, like blue shade. So I tried to use as many colors as I could. I tried to make it as intricate as I could. So hopefully you like the look. Okay, so my eye look is done. I want to put on this Milani bronzer that I've been trying out. And I feel like the trick with this, because it's so pigmented, is to just kind of concentrate just a little bit of it on the back part of my cheekbones. And I want to do something cute with my hair, but I'm not going to because I'm so over it, you guys. I'm so over it. So the headband is gonna stay, but I'm just gonna run this bronzer into my hairline and just blend it out a little bit. So I'm feeling a little extra, so I want to go in with the powder bronzer as well. So I'm just grabbing this Physicians Formula and I'm just gonna go over the cream. I feel like this might be a little more bronzer than I should do, but you know, why not? Okay, so there's that. And then for blush, I picked this out in advance. This is from Benefit. It's the shade Java. I really haven't used this a ton. Kind of reminds me of the, I think it's called Pesca from Vive. And I was wearing that in my first video with the Bella Beaute bar palette. It's like a toasted brown shade. I just think it's so cute. And I love this Singe blush brush for these tiny, hard to reach packaging blushes, and you just can't do too much with this because it's a small brush, so you can really just take your time kind of building and blending, which is what I'm doing. Love, love, love. How gorge. I didn't grab a new highlighter, so let's just use the Bella Beaute Bar highlighter palette. I think I'm going to use this kind of everyday looking shade, and I'm going to use my Singe highlighter brush. It's like a silvery, bronzy, brown, highlighty gorgeousness. Okay, I don't think my Cupid's bow was prepared for that showering of glitter, but that's the highlight. Okay, for my lip shade, I'm going to use the ABH Parchment, I think this shade is. I bought this because you guys know I love a good brown lip. The formula isn't really revolutionary, but I love the color. I guess the color is not really that revolutionary either, but I was so curious. How pretty is that shade? Highly recommend if you're interested in a soft matte liquid lipstick. So yeah, look is done. I do have this mascara that a friend sent me forever ago. I don't know if Huda Beauty even makes this anymore, but it's Huda Beauty's Legit Lash in extreme black, and it has two sides. So one side is volume and one side is curl and lengthen. So let's just try it out and see. If I can find it, I will link it down below for you guys. Before I do that, I want to spray my face. I forgot, actually. This Makeup Forever setting spray smells so good. So anyway, gonna let that dry down. Look at, I'm glowy again. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go ahead and curl these lashes. Okay, so let's do the curling lengthen first. I should have probably read the instructions, but you know, whatever. Definitely see it giving me some length. I also need to throw on my lower lash line mascara. I forgot to do that, but yeah, I see a difference. Okay, let's do this eye now. I just poked myself in the eye. Oh my gosh. Wow, not bad. I was not expecting that much from this because I think I've had it forever and I really need a new mascara. So I wanted to try it out and see, but it's giving me some length. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a second coat. Cool. I think I like this better than her one coat mascara. Turn the brush to the side and apply it on the lower lash line. This is not that interesting, so I'm just gonna fast forward through it. Okay, now I'm gonna try the volume side. So let's see how that goes. Cool. It's like separating really nicely. So this side has the volume in it, this side does not, but I'm gonna add. I'm like pretty impressed with this, I'm not gonna lie. Usually mascaras don't really do much for me, but looks pretty good. So the look is done, everything's done. I'm gonna go find some earrings and I'll be right back to give you guys my thoughts on some of the makeup I just tested. Okay friends, so here is the finished look. What do we think? I really enjoyed mixing these two palettes. I feel like I never have enough time to do more videos once I've shown a palette on my channel, but I just thought it was such a good idea to mix them. So thank you to my Instagram subscriber that mentioned that to me. So yeah, that was really fun to mix these, and I hope I can do more mixing in the future, but I am so happy with these two palettes. I just think that they are so interesting. So if you want to see more, check out my first impressions, but these are launching on the 26th of January, and I have a code with Bella Beaute Bar. They did send me these palettes. So if you want to save on these, you can use my code KHMAKEUP, and Deandra Nicole did confirm that affiliate codes will apply to her collaboration palette, which is really cool because usually brands don't let you use codes on collaboration. So if you want to use my code, you sure can. Just make sure you use somebody's code. But yeah, I had so much fun combining the palettes. Now, I will say this was an unexpected gem that's been sitting in my backup drawer forever. I've been using a oldie. So I saw this Maybelline Great Lash Mascara at the drugstore, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure this is the first mascara I ever purchased in the US, maybe in my life, I don't know. So I've been playing with this. It's not the greatest, but it's not the worst. So I was like, let me just reach into my backup drawer and see if I have a mascara I want to try. So yeah, this was really nice. So I'm happy that I opened that up. I also got sent the Lethal mascara for PR, and they came out with a black one and a bunch of colorful shades. But honestly, I don't like this mascara. It's not my favorite. So yeah, I'm always on the hunt for mascaras. But that Huda one's actually pretty legit. So if I can find it, I will link it down below for you guys. Now, as far as my foundation and concealer combo go, I think it looks really nice. I am very, very excited to keep trying both of these products out because, like I said, I feel like I've kind of just plateaued on the foundations. Some of them are so old, I just need to get rid of them. But this is cute. I think my skin looks really nice. It looks perfected, but it doesn't look cakey or heavy. So I'm very curious to see how this foundation holds up throughout the day. It's pretty early in the morning when I'm filming this. It's 10 o'clock. So usually I don't take my makeup off till bedtime, which is around 9, 10 o'clock when I take a shower and, you know, go to sleep. So I will definitely be paying attention for how this wears. And then same with the concealer. I think it looks nice. I think I got a good shade match for me. So yeah, I'm very, very curious to see how all of this makeup holds up. I'm still on the fence about the Milani bronzer. I think the shade is just a little bit more pigmented than what I like, so I can't use a lot of it. I just need like a little bit, and I do like to kind of buff it with a powder bronzer, which is usually more steps than what I want to do typically, but you know, we're trying. And I think that's everything that I tried out that was new to me. So yeah, it's kind of a testing new makeup slash playing with the Bella Beaute Bar palette some more. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video very, very soon. Bye!